Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another Fright Night Friday Halloween Horror Blu-ray update. I don't know how I say that every time without messing it up. Anyway, yeah, got some more horror Blu-rays to add to the collection for this Halloween season. Got one modern horror and a whole bunch of classics that, well, I tend to lean towards the older stuff rather than the newer stuff, but I do like some of the newer stuff as well. So let's see what I got today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. All right, well, I guess we'll start with the new one here. Picked up by a sequel. Happy Death Day to You. Yeah, so I must confess I still haven't watched the first one. I just thought, oh, they did a sequel. Cool, I'll get that too, and I'll double bill them. But I know enough about it to know that, this is the kind of weird thing that I like. Basically Groundhog Day, but a horror version. I'm in. Done. You sold me. So not much to, the slipcover is basically the same as the main cover, but it does have some nice texture on it. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. I think I got the slipcover for the first one too, so I kind of wanted to be consistent there. Plus, this was on sale. The Best Buy had a VIP day or something, and it was like $10 off the regular price, so I figured, yeah, why not? I'll grab that. Alright, so this is one I actually got in a Mill Creek 4-movie set a while ago. I was looking at that set the other day and realized, I now have all 4 of these movies on Blu-ray, so this set is now redundant. This was originally the movie that I bought that set for, even though I already had some of the other movies on it on Blu-ray. We have Bela Lugosi in The Return of the Vampire. Yeah. So Scream Factory actually put this out. So Mill Creek put the DVD out a while ago, and then Scream Factory snagged it for the Blu-ray release. So pretty cool. I still haven't watched it actually. I'm planning to watch this this year after finishing up all the Universal Monsters stuff. So this will be kind of a side viewing along with those. Pretty cool. So this was, I gather, Bela Lugosi was never invited back to play Dracula again, so he, who was this with? I don't even know which studio this was with. It wasn't Universal, though. It was something else. It was some other studio. Sony, okay. So it was Columbia Pictures, I guess. So he went out to Columbia. It's like, fine, I'll be not Dracula in another vampire movie. So this is the closest we ever got, really, to Bela Lugosi doing a proper sequel to Dracula. Just great to see him back in the cape, Anyway, next up, this one I've been wanting to get for a very long time. I do love me some anthology horror, as you know, and this is one I always remembered from my youth. I kept getting it mixed up with other movies. I thought it was Horror Express, and then I got Horror Express, and I'm like, no, this isn't it. This is something else. This is fun. I like this, but it's not the one I was thinking of. And then, of course, I thought it was Terror Train, but no, not Terror Train either. What it actually was is Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. So it has both terror and horror in the title, and it takes place on a train. So hence my confusion in my muddled brain. Plus, I hadn't seen this since I was a kid, basically. So this was probably the first anthology horror I ever saw, actually, now that I think about it. Well, it may have been Creepshow, actually. Well, it was one of the first, anyway. But, notable in the history of horror films, this is an Amicus Films anthology. They did a bunch of them back in the 60s and 70s. And also notable, this is the first one they did. So this was their first entry into the world of portmanteau, or anthology horror. So very cool. I found out that this Blu-ray was going out of print, so if I was going to get it, I better get it soon. So I snagged it as quickly as I could. and can't wait to watch this. I got this and a bunch of other anthology horrors I'm going to watch this year, and can't wait. Next up, this one, again, I heard it might be going out of print. It's a limited edition. I wanted to snag it because 2 of the 5 movies on this set are ones that I very fondly remember from my youth. We have the Hemisphere Box of Horrors from Severin Films. Now, Severin Films has put out a few box sets of horror movies long. This is essentially drive-in horror. It's schlocky horror from the late 60s, early 70s. You may notice, I mean, the box even looks like one of those old newspaper ads for drive-in horror movies. Very intentionally designed to look that way. And but in particular, the reason I wanted to get it was for these 2 movies here. We have The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, which is one that I remember fondly from my Selkirk days, actually, from the Multimedia Chronicles Retro period there, because I actually had it on VHS. It was like a bargain bin LP mode cheapo VHS under the title Castle of the Walking Dead. Apparently none of the original elements still exist for the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, so it was actually, this Blu-ray was put together from a composite remaster from a couple of collectors' prints. So it's the, some of the few remaining elements available, the best that they could find, and stuff like that. But the interesting thing is, this disc that has the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism on it, paired up with the Black Cat, is exclusive to this box set. So, I definitely wanted to get it. It's funny, because I had just been talking with Skinslip maybe a week prior. It's like, oh, have you ever seen the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism? And I was like, oh, is that even out on Blu-ray? And I did a search, and I couldn't find anything. And it's like, no, it looks like maybe a DVD from a million years ago. It's too expensive now. And then I was just cruising Twitter completely by fluke, and a tweet came up about this box set only having a couple left on Amazon. And I looked, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. And I saw Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. What? Like, I was just talking about that. It's almost like the Cosmos was listening. It's like, oh, you want that movie on Blu-ray, do you? Well, make sure you're watching Twitter this exact minute. And yeah, so by total fluke, I found out about this set, rushed off to Amazon, ordered it. The order just sat there in limbo for like 2 weeks until they finally got it in the mail. Needless to say, it all worked out. I got it in my hand now. So, yeah, so apparently this is the only way to get this on Blu-ray is through this box set. And it was by total chance that I even found out it existed. So, obviously the universe was smiling on me that day. The other one I got it for was this one, The Brain of Blood, which I had also seen under an alternate title, namely The Creature's Revenge. And it also appeared as The Creature's Revenge on an episode of Movie Macabre, Elvira's old horror host show many moons ago. And I have an old VHS recording of most of that episode. But I had seen the movie before, and I remember it made a kind of an impression on me. It's sort of an offshoot of Hemisphere Films' Blood Island movies, which Severin did another box set of, which I wish I could afford, but it's a little out of my price range right now. And honestly, this one had more nostalgia value for me anyway. But Brain of Blood is kind of an offshoot of their Blood Island movies, where it's, Mad Doctor in an isolated locale performing crazy experiments. But I always really liked it. It's just kind of a cheesy, again, I mean, this is all drive-in fare. It's very cheesy exploitation type horror, and but I like that sort of thing. And these ones just have this sort of crazy charm about them that I always really liked. So this is a really slick box set. It is numbered. Mine is number 2638 out of 3,500. So it's only 3,500 of these produced. They know that these are niche items. The other 3 discs you can get individually, so you can get Brain of Blood on its own if the box set is no longer available. Here's Black Cat and Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. And they include some interesting info about the movies on the back, as well as lots of, quite a robust selection of extras. I've not seen the other 3 movies on this set, so I'm really looking forward to diving into it. And there you go. So, just wanted to talk about that one a little bit because it was kind of the most personally significant, I guess. These were, I guess you could say in a way, these two movies were sort of my introduction to exploitation horror. So, Torture Chamber Dr. Sadism under the title Castle of the Walking Dead, and Brain of Blood under the title The Creature's Revenge. So, this set was very special to me, and I was determined to get it, no matter what. Anyway, that is it for this update. Hope you enjoyed. So we got some pretty good stuff here. So Hemisphere Horrors, Happy Death Day to You, Return of the Vampire, and Dr. Terror Train's House of Horror Express. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to get any of these, I will include Amazon links in the description. I don't know how acquirable this box set is, but I'll include links to the 3 that are available individually as well, just in case the box set is no longer available by the time you're seeing this video. I try to look out for you guys, you know, make it easy for you to add to your collections and get the stuff that I've got that strikes your fancy. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for this update. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. So, thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day, so hope to see you there. And I'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara. Whoops. Damn it. And the fridge just started up again. Seriously? Like, why? Why are you firing up? Do you have a leak or something? That's just the cold isn't staying in? Like, ugh, God.